Hey, it's Mike. In this video, I'm going to share with you the absolute best way to start a digital marketing agency in 2022. The reason why I say it is the best way, it does not require a lot of experience. It does not require you to invest any money. You don't have to buy any expensive tools. You don't have to know paid ads or complicated funnels. You don't have to have a lot of marketing experience, actually. It is the best way to attract new customers to you. And also, it is the perfect lifestyle model. You can provide these services from anywhere as long as you've got access to a laptop or a cell phone or an iPad and an internet connection. And you can also provide the services at just about any time. You can schedule the services in advance so that you can really control your time and schedule. So this is something that you can do perfectly while you're still working another job if you want to, so that you can get your business going and start generating some income before you quit that other job, or jump into it with both feet and ramp up those customers as quickly as you can. Either way, I think that this is the absolute best way to do it. Let's get into it and I'll show you how. Okay, before we get going, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future content. Go ahead and do it right now, subscribe, and then let's get going. Okay, real quick, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Cooch and I run servicesthatscale.com, where I work with thousands of agencies to help them design and grow agencies that are profitable and scalable and give them the lifestyles that they want. And I am also an entrepreneur who has done that multiple times myself. I've built 2 different service businesses selling to the small business community, one in IT services, one in marketing services. I built them both to multiple 7 figures in recurring revenue very quickly, made the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies 3 years in a row. I've bought businesses and I've sold my business for millions of dollars. And I share all of that just so you know that I'm not some fly-by-night guy making this video for you trying to sell you something. I have no high-ticket coaching to sell you or anything like that. I just want you to know that what I'm about to share with you comes from real experience. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, before we get into the specifics of this model, I want to give you the reason why this model is the #1 way to start your digital agency this year. Okay, I've worked with thousands of agencies over the last 10 plus years, and the #1 reason that agencies struggle to really get ahead is sales. They do not have a good full pipeline of opportunities coming to them, and so they struggle with all of the outbound sales techniques that they're being taught, doing cold calling, cold email, running paid ads that are expensive and oftentimes don't work very well. All of these things put the agency in a position where they're desperate for business, and so they accept any work that comes their way, which is a terrible way to scale a business. So sales is the #1 problem in this industry, and this particular model that I'm sharing with you today solves that because it gets customers coming to you. It gets prospects and customers coming to you, and it does it by demonstrating proof that you can help them in advance, okay? That is what makes this the #1 model to start your digital marketing agency, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean and how to do it in this video. Okay, one more thing before we get into the specifics of this model. I don't have any high-ticket coaching to sell you, and there is absolutely no promise that by starting this business, you're gonna be a millionaire and you're gonna be, partying on yachts or any of that other nonsense that I see other videos promoting about the agency business. Agency business is tough. Okay, it's going to require hard work. It's going to require you to work smart. Following this model is the smart way to do it. But even if you do all those things well, it's a competitive industry. You need to go into it with realistic expectations. That is the #1 way to ensure your success as an entrepreneur, is to deal with reality. Okay, so I'm sorry if you've been promised that you're going to be on yachts within 3 months of watching somebody's YouTube video in the agency business. That's not reality. Hopefully you know that. I'm going to help you deal with reality, okay? Let's get into this model. Right, the specific model that I'm going to teach you here is doing social media management for local businesses, and specifically social media management on Instagram for local businesses. So why is that? Well, one, social media management is a very, very important service for small businesses because social media is where marketing is happening today, right? We are all glued to our social media apps, consuming content. All the statistics show that that is how people are spending their time online now, is on mobile devices and on social media apps consuming content. So that's where businesses need to be marketing. And particularly local businesses need to be marketing on Instagram because Instagram is the most local social app. Why do I say that? Because Instagram is, for the most part, you carrying around your phone, taking a picture of what you're seeing and doing throughout the day and posting it on the app. Versus like Facebook or Twitter, it's really easy to just share all kinds of junk on Facebook and Twitter, right? You can reshare articles, videos, all these things. So what's happened on Facebook in particular is it's become this big mess that a lot of people just don't pay attention to anymore. The engagement on Facebook has been absolutely tanking. On Instagram, engagement is really high, and particularly locally, because again, people are out and about in their city, in their neighborhoods, taking pictures that are relevant to the people who are connected to them on Instagram, right? On Instagram, they're seeing people take pictures of the restaurants they want to go to, the bars they want to go to, the concerts they want to go to, and they're sharing them, and that makes the engagement super, super high. And it's much more thoughtful because you can't share a bunch of content very easily on Instagram. It's really designed to post to once or twice a day, and that's what most people do. And so it tends to be more thoughtful, more high quality posts. So the engagement is super high. Small businesses need to be marketing there, and they need help. The other great thing about this service is it's recurring revenue. Okay, small businesses are not going to hire you just to manage their Instagram for 1 month. It's something that they need to keep on doing forever at their business. So it very naturally creates recurring revenue. Also, it's awesome in terms of lifestyle. You can post the content anytime you want. You can schedule it in advance. It just makes it very, very easy to manage your time. And you can do it from wherever you want. Do it from the coffee shop, do it from the beach, do it from your apartment, do it while you're in class at school. For those of you who are younger and starting your business as a side hustle while you're still in school, you can do this and get your income to a pretty nice level while you're still doing that other job, whatever it is that you need to do. It's a lot of flexibility. It's a great lifestyle business, okay? Now, the other great thing about it, the reason why I mentioned specifically why this model is so good, is it attracts prospects and customers to you. How does it do that? Well, because you are demonstrating proof of your capabilities in advance if you do the model that I'm going to share with you today, which is that you are building up your own Instagram account and you are showing them that you know how to get attention. You know how to get people to follow you, to engage with you, and you know how to drive traffic from social media. And the way that you're going to do that, again, is you're going to build up your own account and you're going to build it with a target focus on the niche that you want to sell to. So what I mean by that is if you want to sell to bars and restaurants, you're going to create an account that is about bars and restaurants. If you want to sell to real estate agents, you're going to create an account that is about real estate, okay, in your community. And I'm going to show you specific examples of how this works. But the great thing about doing it this way is, again, they can see proof with their own eyes that you know what you're doing. And I'm going to show you a specific technique, just one of many techniques that we have, where you will actually get the attention of the businesses that you're trying to work with and get them engaged in a conversation with you using your Instagram account in a way that is not salesy at all, but opens the door so you can get those sales conversations started, okay? Let's jump over to my computer here and I'm gonna show you how it's done. Okay, so here we are over on my computer and I'm gonna show you exactly the type of accounts that I'm talking about creating on Instagram. So you have an idea here that I'm not talking about just doing your normal personal accounts. It's not that you can't do it off of your personal account, you can, but I think that this gives you a better way to show up in the market and be really attractive to the prospects that you're going after. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to think like a media business. You want to think like a publisher. So if I were going after restaurants and bars and hotels in San Diego, you can see here that there's this account, SD Foodies. These are people here in San Diego that are food lovers, and you can see here 112,000 followers here in San Diego. So they build up an account that is showcasing all these cool places to go in San Diego, and it looks like beyond as well, but primarily in San Diego and Southern California. And they are just showcasing, obviously, their love for food, restaurants, bars, all that type of stuff. If you are trying to attract bars and restaurants and hotels and things like that to do business with and to be able to provide social media services to, there is no better way to demonstrate proof that you can do what you say you're going to do than by having an account like this that you're managing, that you're actively building and engaging. And of course, if you build up an audience of 112,000 followers and you take on the management of some local restaurant or bar's social media account, obviously now you have a distribution channel that you can use as a way to make sure that you're getting good results, good traffic for the accounts that you take on to manage. So this is a perfect example. And again, this is, SD Foodie, somebody here in San Diego who's doing this, doing a great job, obviously. Other examples here in San Diego, I'm just sticking with stuff in San Diego because that's where I'm at. SD Beer News. So here's somebody who loves the beer industry, which in San Diego, you can see we have 150 plus breweries. So it's a cool industry here. It's very engaged. Lots of, interesting people and interesting stuff going on. So starting up a beer related Instagram account, again, if you want to attract those breweries and maybe other related businesses to be able to manage their social media, this is a really fantastic way to demonstrate proof. Here is Le Travel Style. You can see here 63,000 followers. And this is Courtney in San Diego, San Diego and wherever she travels. And you can see, obviously, she's interested in travel. If you were trying to attract any businesses related to travel, hotels, restaurants, resorts, airlines, anything like that, and be able to do business with them, again, obviously, this is a great type of account to be able to build up and use as proof and use for your prospecting to get yourself new customers. Here's Eater. This one's in Denver. I couldn't find the San Diego site really quickly, but this one's in Denver. They're all over the place. This is a national brand that does a really good job, though, of showing you exactly what you can do in a local market to build up a food-focused presence. These guys have done this in every major city around the country and are then able to provide advertising services through their media here at scale, which is obviously just a really cool business, but you can just do this locally in your local market. And then here's an example, Coastal Living. This is a pretty big brand and 794,000 followers. But if I was looking to attract anything to do with real estate brokers, real estate agents, home designers, home builders, furniture companies, anything like that in my local market, kitchen remodelers, this is exactly what I would do. Is I would build up a nice real estate focused Instagram page here in San Diego, not an Instagram account like you often see real estate people do, where it's, their picture standing in front of a house talking about the house they just sold. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about showcasing the cool properties and the houses and things like that. This is the kind of site, this is the kind of account, I should say, that somebody who is interested in real estate in San Diego, somebody who's interested in remodeling their kitchen, getting some cool new furniture, stuff like that, these are the types of accounts that they're going to follow so that they can get ideas, which makes it a great way for you, again, to demonstrate to the types of clients that you want to work with that you know how to get the attention of those type of people, which is what they will want too. So you just build this up in your local market. So here's a bunch of examples. Here's actually my account in San Diego. I run there in San Diego, this media property here in San Diego. That's a lot of fun. We work with bars, restaurants, events here in the area. So I'm doing this. I'm sharing with you how to do it as well because it's a lot of fun. But I want to show you, the really cool thing about the strategy, and I can get into all kinds of different prospecting techniques, but it's just so simple to get a conversation started with prospects here, because in these posts, and in particular in my story posts, I tag the businesses that I'm interested in getting the attention of. And what does that do? That shows up inside of their inbox when I tag them. And so then you can see them thanking me right here. Here's a restaurant mentioning us in their story. Here's another person, thanking us. Here's another restaurant, another, event going on, a hotel, charter service, another restaurant. Okay, see, these are all businesses that are tagging us and making contact with us based on the fact that we are sharing content on social media. So we are proving to them that we know how to get visibility and attention, which then sets us up perfectly for services. This is absolutely free to do. It's fun to do. It just takes a little bit of hustle on your part. Doesn't require any particular skills that you honestly can't pick up and learn over the next 30 days with some good hustle. Okay, you can see how powerful that is to have your own Instagram account where you are building up your presence, you are building up your asset, you're building up this demonstration of proof that you know what you're doing, and then you're using that account to connect with these other businesses, and in some cases, you use that account to promote those businesses and show them that you know how to get them attention and you know how to get them the awareness that they're looking for in the marketplace. It's that demonstration of proof that makes them a very, very easy target to now have the conversation with, say, hey, we can do this for you as well. It makes it so much easier to get customers by demonstrating proof like this than it is by doing cold calling, cold emailing, running paid ads, any of that other stuff. You've just got to build up your own account, and while you're doing that, you're interacting with the businesses that you want to sell to, following this game plan that I've laid out for you, okay? Now, that's phase one of your business. I hope that you can see pricing those services anywhere between $497 a month and $1,500 a month, which is a very comfortable range in the small business marketplace, that it does not take long to replace most people's income, okay? You get 10 customers at $997 a month on average, you're at $10,000 a month, you're in six figures, okay? That's not a lot. 10 customers is not a lot at all. And that's just the start, okay? There's a phase two to this model that's incredibly important. Okay, this first phase that I just showed with you, it is the best way to get started. But to some extent, you are still doing manual work. You're trading some time and talent for income. And I do not like models where you trade time and talent. I like models where you build assets and you use automation to generate as much revenue as you can, and specifically generate automated recurring revenue. And so that's where phase two in this model comes in. Phase two now, we want to start introducing our customers to other services that we can deliver that are very, very high margin automated services that are going to come in month after month after month, so that over time, you will build up those automated recurring revenue services to replace your income that you're getting from the more manual services that I just taught you. So you start with the services that I shared with you first there, because that will get you momentum, it will get you customers, it will pull customers to you. It's a great way to get going. It generates recurring revenue. It's a nice lifestyle model. And then as you get those customers on board, you start selling them these other services that are automated and recurring revenue, but they're a little bit harder to sell if you don't already have the relationship with the customer. So things that I'm talking about, websites, web hosting, landing pages, SMS marketing services, email marketing services, reputation and review services. All of these services and several more can be offered with very, very high margins, and they're automated, they're very sticky, and so they bring you in recurring revenue for years. So even when those customers maybe move away from you for the higher ticket social media management services that you were offering, they stick with you for these lower ticket but very high margin recurring revenue automated services, so that now you've got this automated income stream that you're building up over time. That ultimately, that's really what you're working for in this model, right? Because that's how you get that truly passive income going, where you have complete flexibility of your time and you have a really, really attractive lifestyle and a really attractive business. So that's phase two. I personally use a software platform called High Level to design and deliver those services. I'm one of High Level's biggest partners, just to be completely transparent there. I love the platform. You can build all kinds of recurring revenue services around it, all at very, very high margins. I have 14 services in particular that I love through the platform that I think are really, really easy to sell and deliver. I'll put a URL here where you can get more information on the High Level and those 14 services. But that is phase 2 of this business, to use technology and use assets instead of trading your time and talent so that you can build up that recurring revenue and that automated income stream over time. Okay, this model is better than trying to do complex funnels. It's better than trying to do lead generation where you're running expensive campaigns and customers tend to fire you after just a month or two if they're not getting exactly the results that they were hoping for. It's better than trying to sell, projects, these one-off projects where you do the work for the customer. There's 5 different change requests in the middle of the project and you end up not really having the margins that you thought you were going to have. And then when the project is done, you don't have any other customers, no recurring revenue, and you're starting over from scratch. These are all these old, dated agency models that really have never worked well in the small business marketplace, and they will not work well going forward. You have to build recurring revenue. You have to build in as much automation as you can, and you have to have a sales model that pulls prospects and customers to you so that you can get ahead. That's why this model is the #1 way to start your digital agency in 2022. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, my name is Mike Cooch with Services That Scale. I work with agencies and other service providers to design more scalable service systems as well as more scalable sales and marketing systems. I've worked with thousands of agencies over the last 10 plus years. I love to do it and I've got a great community. I would love to help you as well. Again, I'll put a URL here down below if you'd like to get any of my free resources to be able to help you out, please do. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below this video. I answer them all personally and I would love to hear from you, okay? Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, that you give this a like, leave a comment, share it with somebody that you think would get good value out of it, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.